Hello, students. Students, for class 12th, this is one of the important poem which is repeatedly asked into your examination. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. This poem is written by Edwin Rich. He was an American poet, and along with the poems, he has also written essays and feminist. So you can say that he was an American poet, essayist, and feminist. She's credited with expressing the oppression of modern women, which she will going to describe you into this poem also. As most of her work shows her concern about the growing number of women in the world who are being oppressed. So, I hope it has become quite clear to you that the theme which has been described in this poem deals with the pathetic condition of married women all over the world, and Aunt Jennifer is a symbol of all married women. It seems that all are suffering at the oppressive hands in the society, and by taking an example of Aunt Jennifer, the poet has defined here this poem. Now let us understand the poem. It's a small poem but is quite meaningful. Let's go para-wise. The first para. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree, they pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. It means that in this para, Aunt Jennifer's tigers are being shown. It describes the tigers which are created by Aunt Jennifer. These tigers have been made, embroidered by Aunt Jennifer. Though they are unreal tigers, but still she has tried to define the qualities of them by describing them as they are of bright and shining yellow color, which shows animals who've been shown caring, who are carrying bright and crystalline animals, and they live into the green world, that is forest. That means the embroidered animal which are being shown here are of yellow, bright yellow color, who are living into the green world, and they have certain specific qualities. And these tigers are the one representing fearlessness, ascertain and power. They seems to be confident, and they are not even afraid of the men. That means they are not even afraid of the gender who's considered as the supreme into the world. These tigers symbolize the men who dominate the human society, and they are fearlessly moving into the forest. Moving on to second stanza. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. In the second stanza, the poet describes Aunt Jennifer that she's quite creative. She has certain skills as she has embroidered these tigers. She's doing some needlework. She's embroidering these tigers, and her fingers flutter because of the burden of oppression that she has. It is not because she's unable to do the work cleanly. It is not because she do not know how to do it. It is because she has the burden of oppression. The poet wants to tell her that Aunt Jennifer's wedding band, which has been shown as a symbol here, implies that her marriage was unhappy and prevented her from living a happy life. The uncle's wedding band represents here that with that wedding, she has got the burden of responsibilities. She has got the burden of living her married life just to show it to the society. Aunt Jennifer seems to live her life just into her imagination by creating these tigers, and this shows that she has tried to depict all her feelings into these tigers. It seems that the tigers which are created by her are showing the kind of life she wanted to live, whereas the real life which she has lived shows her mental oppression, her physical weakness, burden of responsibilities, and burden of her married life. Moving on to the last para. When Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. In this stanza of the poem, she takes a morbid turn. It describes that would happen when Aunt Jennifer is dead. Her hands will still remain terrified. The massive weight of Uncle's band will not go. That would still remain over her hand. And it is evident that even her death will not going to make her free. She would not win the battle against the masculine domination, because almost her life after her marriage, she has lived with the pains and sufferings which she presents here in this poem. Even death will not make her free from her ordeals. The tiger she had made would continue to look proud and unafraid. She feels happy that at least the tigers who are representing her will not be afraid of anyone, will keep on jumping from one place to another. As the poem deals with the woman's struggle against oppression, rebelling, and the pathetic condition which she possesses into the society. I hope that you have understood the poem, because children, if you will going to really attach it with your feelings and will try to understand the true picture, it would become really easy for you to understand. Read the poem once again from your book And I hope that you'll be more happy to know that the poem is quite clear to you, and it is easy also, and one of the important poem of the syllabus also. Do read it carefully. Thank you, children.